Hello, Sabine, Prohairclinic. So today it's Thursday and that means pigmentation day. And today I have a very special client. It's Joey from Australia. And he was actually one of our first clients. So he's in this room and he will tell you his experience with the trichopigmentation. Thanks, bye-bye.
My name's Joel. I'm from Australia. And in 2014, I had my first treatment for the micropigmentation. I must admit, the first time I was a little bit nervous. I really wasn't sure. You see a lot of photos on the internet. You read about people talking about this subject. You read it about some nightmare stories. You see some nightmare photos. But yeah, after doing enough research, I felt confident in what Sabine and Bart were able to offer me. And yeah, I came in, like I said, 2014 was my first appointment. I was thinning quite a lot on top. I feel like I've thinned more since this time, but in this time I was very thin on top and I was already cutting my hair short. So I was happy with the cutting of the hair short. And yeah, my first appointment went really, really well. It was done over 2 days. So we did the first part later in the afternoon, evening, and it was a little bit uncomfortable at times. Nothing to do with the people. The people were fantastic, but it's like a tattoo. I mean, you really can feel some points in your head. Towards the front of my head, I found was very sensitive. At the back, I could really almost feel nothing. But it was not painful. I didn't use any pain medication. I didn't use any pain cream. They did offer to use a like a numbing cream. I didn't use this. But I think the one thing after my first appointment, and then of course the next day I had a second appointment just for the final touch-ups, which I was really happy with. They really fixed the front hairline. I say fixed it. It was a little bit straight initially, and then Sabine did these last little points and made it really, really just so natural. And that was where I was leading to, was that at first I wasn't sure what people were going to think, and I was really nervous because that night I had to go to a party with my wife. So the night after my second appointment, so the first treatment, but my second day of the appointment, I had to go to a party with my wife that night. And I was really nervous because it was with people that I'd been to a party with before. People I knew from before. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, they're just going to immediately look at me and think, oh, look at his head, what's going on there? Not one person noticed. Of course, I didn't tell anybody, and my wife didn't tell anybody, but not one person noticed. But the feeling I had after this, so after I got past this point where I realized, okay, no one's really noticing, I felt so much more confidence in the way I looked. I mean, maybe that's a little shallow from myself, that I needed this to feel a little bit more confident, but it's true, it worked and it did. And since this time, it's now 2018, so it's 4 years since my first appointment, my initial appointment. I've had one touch-up session in the middle in 2016. It probably wasn't necessary, but it was a decision I wanted to have. Or it was the decision I made to have it done. And I was in Belgium at the time, so it all just worked. And now it's 2018. I'm back for another treatment. I haven't, or another touch-up. I haven't had it yet. This is before it. And again, I probably don't really need it right now, but I think for me it helps. It just sharpens it up a little bit. And but yeah, the point I was getting to was that originally I was worried that people were going to notice. Not one person in 4 years, and I work with a lot of guys that would say something if they saw something funny with me. Not one person's ever noticed unless I told them, and then they immediately go in close, they're looking, they still can't see it. It's truly, I can't speak highly enough for it. Nobody's paying me to say this. I'm just a happy client, a really, really happy client. If you're nervous, if you're on the fence, please listen to my words. They're honest, they're true. If you're just not sure, make an appointment and just work forward, because the more you go into it, the more feeling you have that this is the right thing to do. So anyway, that's enough from me. I could talk all day about this. I'd love to tell the world about this. I'm telling you about this. Please listen to my words. They're true. And yeah, see you here soon.